January invites gardeners into a quiet mistake. The seed trays come out, the soil is warmed, lights are switched on, and life begins too easily. Most seeds will sprout. That is not the problem. The problem is that many of them will never become strong plants. They will stretch, they will weaken, they will depend on perfect conditions that do not exist outside your home. And the gardener will blame light, fertilizer, timing, everything except the step that was skipped. Welcome to Garden Lore Vault. Before we open this archive, remember this: seeds are not asleep, they are listening, and winter is part of the message. If this knowledge matters to you, preserve it, subscribe, share, keep what was nearly forgotten alive. For most of human history, seeds were never started in warmth alone. There was no such thing as instant spring. Seeds waited. They endured cold, darkness, moisture, and time. This was not accidental. It was instruction. Every seed carries an internal clock. That clock is not set by light alone. It is set by cold, by repeated exposure to freezing nights and slow thaws, by the absence of safety. Modern gardeners often see winter as an enemy. Ancient growers saw it as a teacher. This ancient trick is now called cold stratification, but the name hides its importance. Stratification is not about forcing germination, it is about permission. Cold tells the seed that the worst has passed, that growth will not be punished immediately. Without this signal, seeds hesitate, or worse, they rush. A rushed seedling is fragile. Ancient farmers knew which seeds demanded winter: fruit trees, medicinal herbs, wild greens, flowers, even vegetables. Seeds were buried in clay pots filled with sand and left outside. They were stored in root cellars. Some were sown directly into frozen ground, trusting snow to protect them. They did not fear winter killing seeds. They feared spring tricking them. January-started seeds today are often raised in artificial safety: constant warmth, constant moisture, no stress, no warning. The seed believes it has entered a perfect world. Then it is transplanted, and reality arrives. Cold-trained seeds behave differently. Studies show that exposure to low temperatures activates stress response genes. These genes regulate root development, cell wall thickness, and hormone balance. Plants grow slower at first, but stronger. They do not chase light blindly. They anchor themselves. This is why cold-stratified seedlings are shorter, thicker, and darker green. Their energy is not wasted reaching upward. It is invested downward. January seedlings started without cold often fail in ways that look mysterious: damping off, sudden collapse, transplant shock, poor recovery. These are not accidents. They are symptoms of missing memory. The plant does not remember winter. In nature, winter is a filter. Weak seeds fail early. Strong ones wait. By removing winter, we remove the filter and then wonder why weakness survives. There is also a cultural reason this knowledge disappeared. Cold stratification requires time. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be optimized for sales cycles. It does not create urgency. Modern gardening advice favors control over cooperation. Heat mats replace frost. Schedules replace seasons. Products replace patience. But ancient systems were not inefficient. They were resilient. January was never meant to be spring. It was meant to be preparation. Many seeds actually require cold to germinate at all: lavender, echinacea, milkweed, blueberries, apples. But even seeds that do not require cold benefit from it. Lettuce, brassicas, onions, peas all respond with stronger early development. Cold does not delay success, it prevents failure. Gardeners who practice this ancient trick often notice something subtle. Their plants ask for less water, less support, less rescue. They survive mistakes. They adapt to temperature swings. They recover faster from stress. They were warned by winter.
There is an irony here. As climate instability increases, gardeners try to create more controlled environments, but control creates fragility. Plants trained in comfort collapse first when conditions change. Cold-trained plants expect variability. They are not surprised by it. January is the perfect time for this lesson. The garden is quiet, the soil is resting, and the seeds are waiting, not for warmth, but for honesty. To start seeds in January without cold is to lie to them, to tell them the world is safer than it is. Ancient growers knew better. They did not rush life, they prepared it. If this vault opened something for you, preserve it. Subscribe to Garden Lore Vault. Every share keeps living knowledge alive. The next archive opens soon.